everyone, it's Angela Irene with Aged Goodness, and we're here with another box, and this one is Boho. We haven't had a Boho box in a while, and if you've been with us for a little bit, you'll know that we either get Boho or they claim it's Boho and it's just jewelry. So we'll have to be surprised. This box isn't starting off so well. It's been retaped by the post office. It's been crushed. The only saving grace for us, because look at this, we ripped the box open because we weren't sure how much jewelry was left, but it is lined. Yay! So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and let's see if we have Boho or not. Hey guys, before we dive into this box, and believe me, it is a really awesome box, can you give me just a few minutes of your time? I want to talk to you about something really, really important. About 4 years ago, one of our oldest and dearest friends was diagnosed with breast cancer. And due to early detection, she can now say today she is cancer-free, and it's been 4 years. So every time we see a breast cancer pin or bracelet or necklace, I mentioned it. You know, girls, get your mammograms done. Do your monthly exams. See your doctor when you're supposed to, because it's important. Early detection is key. And I do it every time we find one of these. And it really hit home this week because we have a subscriber. She happens to also be my friend. Her name is Lorraine, and she's given me her blessing to share her story. Lilliputian Place is her channel. I'm going to put that down below. She said that, with gentle badgering of the go get tested, she made an appointment and she got tested. She had her mammogram done, and unfortunately she received a phone call, and that led to a biopsy, which led to a cancer diagnosis. So she is fast tracking into surgery and radiation, and they said it's early, so she has a very good chance of beating this. I tell you this because she is just beginning her battle, and you guys are the best community ever. And if you would do me this favor, go to Lorraine's site. I will put the link down below. Give her a word of encouragement, your prayers, your thoughts, your positive energy. Just let her know that she can do this. She can win this fight. And we are all there for her. I'd really appreciate it. I know she can do it. And I know she has a great team around her. But I want her to know she has a great team here too. So, thank you so much, and let's dive into this box. But first, ladies, make that appointment for your mammogram. Go do your self-check every month. It's important. All right, let's get rolling. Okay, let's start with the obvious, the craft. The box overall is 18 pounds, and the craft was about 5 pounds, 5 ounces. So, not too bad, not horrible, but I did want to show you a couple of things that were my favorite craft. I love this poor bracelet. Looks like these are dyed bone. They have a great little clack to them. I love that. And then there's this one that's part of a necklace that has the little elephants and the great beads, so that's in here. Would have been great if we would have had the entire necklace, but someone could take that apart and make a bracelet out of it, make some pendants, earrings, so all in all, lots of little seed bead type things, wooden beads, that kind of thing. So that was the craft portion. All right, moving on to the bracelets. As with most of our boho lots that we found out, a lot of bracelets. This one is not in the best of shape. It's really stretched out, but it looks like some great pieces of stone, and it is not a silver setting, it's a silver tone setting. But like this one has like a little bit of druzy action going right there in the middle. I mean, these are some great pieces of stone. You could certainly end up, making 5 really cool pendants or something out of it. Okay, so that's the first one. And then, we end up with, this kind of stuff. It's not really marked. It's just really cool fashion. There's that one. This one. And then we get into a few that are a little more interesting. Like this is the tri-colors. You see a lot of this out of Mexico. This seems to be a nicer example of that. These would actually polish up, you know, really nice. These are just done with a little bit of water on a cloth. So to really run these through some stuff, that would be cool. This one does says, it says on the inside, it does say, oh my gosh, I'm having a day. It does say solid copper on the inside. So that is a nice little find right there. And then we have this group. So we have the chunkier orange and then the 3 that look like the coordinating colors there. So that's kind of a pretty cool boho group. This thing is heavy as all get out. It has some condition issues, but I don't know what it is. I just really like it. So there's that one. Typical nice wooden, you know, bangle. This is a nice little find. It's a clamper, you know, a snake bracelet with the eyes and, you know, both sides of the head here. And the clamper. I like that one. He's kind of cool too. This is kind of that beachy, painted, really, it's probably like balsa wood. That's kind of cool. I love this. This brass with, I think it's maybe wood inlay or some kind. It's got some beautiful inlay there. I'm not exactly sure what it is. Maybe shell? I don't know. But look at that. It's tiny. Look at the size of the wrist. I mean, that's, yeah, it's not happening. But it's gorgeous. Okay, and then we have this nice big plastic stretch. Look at all the colors in that. That is very cool. I love this. It is, looks like acrylic with foil on the inside. I mean, tell me that's not funky cool right there. Love this. Also really, really lightweight. So you could wear that every day and not really, you know, have too much of a problem with it. We have a really pretty glass ombre kind of effect. Stretch. Look. You know, I mean, we ended up with some really cool pieces. These are the blue goldstone. Oh, I love this stuff. I mean, you know, I love it in the, obviously, the gold tone. But this blue, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but this sparkle, ooh, really digging that. Okay, this is kind of like a little southwestern flare with this kind of heart motif, and it has that really big magnetic clasp. Let me see what else I'm grabbing. Okay, you know, kind of a standard shell. This is almost like that mother of pearl. So it has a lot more color, a lot more pop to it. You know, it definitely has a, you know, come see me kind of look. That is nice, nice, nice. This one is more subtle. It has a lot of the same coloring. You know, the same mother of pearl effect. Stretch also. It does have, you know, these spacers. Like that too. This one still has its tags. It was $6.90 at Avenue, or the company Avenue. Don't know either one. Okay, so this is a really good size one. I mean, that's maybe an anklet? I don't know, but it's pretty large for a wrist. But, you know, just about anyone could wear it then. Glass beads, nice stretch, beautiful colors. You've got the purples and the greens. I mean, and the dark, dark blue. Ugh, look, like that one. The faux turquoise, but these are glass. That's a nice little find, that memory stretch. Lauren would call it, you know, a slinky. Okay, we have this one. This is this color. It's great color. You know, this is one of those colors that kind of is, you know, beautiful with just about any skin tone. Pink, you know, that tends to be a pretty neutral color, even though it's pink. Like that one. I think this might be an anklet. It's pretty good size. It has little chips and then these little bells. Kind of cute. So I think this is an anklet. We have this
same style of bracelet in one of the Thredup boxes. I think it was Thredup. I don't know. We've seen so many boxes now, but it has the great inlay also in the inside. You know, with this sharp corner, I mean, who needs throwing stars? You could probably whap somebody pretty good with that one. Okay, so yeah, moving on. Okay, then this one here doesn't really fit this group, but I love this clamper. Heavy. It has the really tight magnetic closure. And these rhinestones, they're fabulous. Has a little bit of scroll work with the flower motif going on, so I think that's probably why it ended up in here. It looks like you can wear it either way. Both this side has more of the floral, and this side has the floral with the two big rhinestones. So I think you could get away with either way on that one. Okay, this one, I think maybe silver plated with the little ladybugs. It's a little stretch, kind of cute. This one, I love this one. Okay, these are really cool, dark amethyst color glass beads. And this clasp has these rhinestones. Okay, I had to hit a button, and here it is, hit a button and pull. I had, you know, I've seen a couple of this kind of like that. I think it's like a trumpet style, but not with the rhinestones. I thought that was really, really neat. I love seeing something that we haven't seen before. And these spacers have rhinestones too. This is just nice. I really, really like this one. Another stretch. These have the ceramic beads with the flowers inside. All these cute little spacer beads. Nice tight stretch. So, I mean, that was the majority. I think there's going to be one or two floating around here, but that's a majority of the bracelets. Well, you know, we can't have boho without a belt. In fact, this one has two. Except I'm not mad at these because somebody could probably take these really nice big hunkin' pieces of mother of pearl, and you can make 4 beautiful pendants out of that. There's also some great wooden beads, some plastic beads, and, you know, some of that cord that you could probably reuse. So that was belt number 1. And belt number 2 has almost the same kind of style beads as the coconut beads, and these might actually be the coconut beads. This is certainly a wooden piece here, you know, like regular wood. So, you know, that is just a really nice, you know, summery, earthy belt. So that was, you know, that's okay too. All right, now let's, see, and here I lied. Here are more bracelets. This one is the, I'm not sure what kind of wood, maybe balsa, because the whole thing itself isn't really all that heavy, but it has a great feel to it. So that was nice. This looks like almost like tortoise shell. So this kind of has like the triplet effect, or doublet, I think it might be, where the bottom is wood and it looks like we have an overlay. So maybe this is some kind of, you know, shell type product over the wood, and it's kind of neat. So, and it's lighter weight, so you could get away with that, you know, no worries. We also had 2 rings, this nice big chunky, you know, kind of mauve burgundy kind of color. It's a little scratched. It may polish up, I'm not sure, but it's still, you know, in pretty decent shape. And this one I think is supposed to just look like bronze, but you can see the finish is wearing off. So we have some kind of mystery metal going on in there. And then let me show you these because I love these so much. Here we had a little plethora here of pendants. Okay, this one, here, let's start with this one. This one looks like a fox or a wolf, but with that tail, maybe a fox. And it is a pewter pendant, and it is signed 1990 Seagal. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then we have this cat's eye effect, big, hefty glass bead. Look at that thing. I mean, that pendant is gorgeous. This one, beautiful piece of art glass here. We had something very similar to this. I think the one we had in the glass lot from Goodwill had green. So this one does not. So that's, you know, a little different color combo. Same thing with this one. The inside flower was a different color, and this one happens to be the lilac colors. Beautiful. Loving this little mini one. Very, very earth tones. Great for fall. That one would be beautiful for fall. And then we have this one that's like the druzy and dipped in, you know, the faux, you know, gold. And it could be actually like the, you know, like a plated type thing, but doesn't quite have that look. And so, hey, you know, I think those are really great for the pendants. Let's move on to some necklaces. Moving on to some more pieces. All right, this one is very boho. We have the shells that are on both sides of like the stone chips. These great wooden beads. They almost look like cork, but they definitely feel like wood. I mean, that is just, you know, that is just really fun, creative boho. Love that. You're going to hear me say that a lot. I have found out that, you know, boho is certainly one of my weaknesses. I love these pieces. Okay, not only is this boho, but it's plastic. So you know how I feel about that. These are great confetti beads. You know, they are meant to look more like, you know, amber, but beautiful tone. And the rest is plastic with, you know, I'm not so crazy about the cord, but the beads themselves, I really like these. I like this one a lot. I know, I like it all. Okay, this is very typical boho. You have this dark wood discs, you know, graduated, you know, older style. Looks like a brass barrel clasp. I would say this is certainly an older piece. It just kind of has a patina, a feel to it. It's nice. It is really, really nice. I like just that look. And then you go to something like this, which is a more modern plastic piece. This one really is pushing the envelope of boho. I know why they put it in. These are supposed to look like, you know, tiger's eye. This is supposed to look like turquoise. Everything here is plastic, so it is, you know, lighter weight, but not as light as you would think. These are some pretty chunky, hefty pieces. This is not an inexpensively made necklace at all. So there's that one. And as always, guys, if there's something you see that you like, let me know. You know, 99% of this stuff is going to be up for sale. And even the stuff I end up keeping, you know, you can only keep so much. So if you see something you like, email me, let me know, let's talk about it. Okay, this is a beautiful frosted glass necklace. Still has its Kohl's tags on it. It was $26. And they clearanced it out, or somebody bought it at $10.40. Beautiful glass beads. They have a great feel, and I love this frosted, you know, cognac look. Ugh, loving that one too. I know, drinking game, loving. That'd be a great one. This is faux turquoise with these plastic swirl beads, and, you know, I'm not sure what these are just supposed to be other than maybe metallic looking beads. But these are really, really cool. we certainly had some more bracelets. These are like the freeform, almost like the blister pearls, dyed shell. This one even has the safety catch. So that is nice. Clearly, this is, you know, worth your time. Definitely worth the effort. Beautiful glass beads. Ugh, nice, heavy. Someone had some numbers on it. 349.8. Don't know what that means, but it's the Shambhala style. Gorgeous piece. That is a nice piece. The multicolor. We've got the shell. Just lots of fun. A little stretched out, but not too bad. Seed bead stretch. Also, you know, some nice work here. Feels good. I mean, they didn't cheap out on the beads at all. I think this is an anklet. It's pretty good size. These look like carved wooden beads and hematite. And this kind of older style lobster claw. It's not marked, but you know, it's okay. We did end up with a couple of pairs of earrings, and by a couple, I mean 3. So this lot was certainly necklace and earring loaded. And this one's missing a bead, which is sad. But you know, still not bad. I like these ones. They have a great muted color to them. Moving on to what I like to say, this is kind of like a romantic boho. It has these really soft colors and the tiniest of seed beads. It has a great shimmer to it. The pinks and the mauves, very muted tones. It's just sweet. You know, I don't know. To me, it screams kind of romantic. I love this color palette. I like it. I know. This box was fabulous. Look at these chunky, freeform glass beads. I mean, these are good sized beads and heavy. These are really heavy. They are hand knotted. Someone took the time to knot them on this cord, which isn't my favorite. It has the Shambhala style closure and even matching, they match these ones down here, this smaller glass. That is a nice piece. Okay, now we're moving into fashion that mimics boho. Silver tone, multi-strand, really uncooperative. So this has sort of, the kind of like a tribal kind of look to it. It's okay. It's heavier, but, the quality just doesn't seem to be there. But it's okay. I mean, it would be okay to wear, to wherever you want it to. I mean, it is hefty, but it just doesn't seem to have that fit and finish of a really crisp, piece. But it's still pretty. This one screams more 70s to me than boho. This almost, to me, says like Whiting and Davis with the matching mesh purse, that kind of look. It's really pretty. Was it NY? I can't remember who this was. Let me see, because I can't read it with my own eyeballs anymore. And it is Latasha. Oh, Natasha. This is Natasha. But doesn't this scream 70s, like disco-y? I don't know. That's how I'm reading it. But it's still a nice quality piece. It has a lot of smoothness, silkiness to it. This one was marked Disney, and it had the Oopsie Daisy logo. And I've seen a couple pieces like that before. So, and these aren't like, nice, really quality beads. These are kind of cheap beads and a couple of silver tone pieces. So I'm not sure what this is all about. I'm going to have to look into it. And, we will revisit that one. This is a Liz Claiborne piece. It's clearly marked on the back. And other than the crest and this kind of more industrial looking chain, I'm not sure what they thought kind of screamed boho in this piece, but it's pretty no less. I mean, I I really, really like it. It'd be a great addition to Liz Claiborne fans, let me tell you. Okay. This also is kind of a, almost like a standard. This one's NY. It's kind of like a standard boho, with the really tiny seed beads. I mean, these are truly tiny. And the discs, I mean, it's a classic. Just a classic piece that, you could put in your wardrobe. All right, this one, yeah, okay. It doesn't scream at all boho to me, but it screams beautiful. It has this great rhinestone magnetic closure. These, they're iridescent beads. I mean, they're glass, obviously. So I think it's supposed to be maybe faux moonstone. Same thing with this great big pendant, like faux moonstone. It doesn't have like an opal effect to it, so I'm going to say more of a moonstone. And it has these pretty good sized rhinestones here. We've got one that looks like it's trying to sleep, but it's not dead yet. So for the parts, I think this one would certainly be worth its while in parts. We have this great pearl, and it says it's made by icing. We've had a few pieces that really, really surprised me. These are gritty. They have kind of that silky feel. So, I mean, who's to say icing can't come up with their own version of a pearl necklace, right? So there's that one. Oh, before I show this one, I have to show this one. This is so sweet. This is like cross point. It has that look for it. I mean, it's fashion, obviously, but this looks like someone had knitted this. It's just really, really sweet. Kind of reminds me of like, grandma's jewelry, Then this one. And, again, this is fashion, so it is not the greatest quality. I mean, you can kind of see the nicks and whatnot from manufacturing. But, I mean, if you have somebody staring at especially where this lays on your body, staring that closely to see that, ooh, we kind of have a little lawsuit on our hands, don't we? So I think this is a great, weekend piece. Wear it large and in charge and just let it be. All right, now we're going to get to some of my absolute favorite pieces in this lot. Okay, the first one, these are glass. Look at these beads. They are huge. The colors are fabulous. Some of them have the foil on the inside, and some have kind of like that glowing effect. I mean, these are fabulous and hefty. Listen. Hefty, hefty, hefty. Okay, that is certainly in the running. Okay, I can honestly say after the gazillion boxes we've opened, we have never seen this. It's not marked, which surprises the living daylights out of me. It screams newer. I mean, look at how shiny the silver toned findings are. And these are all hefty and gorgeous pieces of mother of pearl. Look at them. They are fabulous. It's heavy. It has a great clankability. Let's call it that, shall we? It has a great clankability when it moves. And you know what? I can say I've never seen anything like this. And it's to die for. Okay. This one. Look at this. Triple strand pearl. These are I think the kind of the blister pearl look again, not in the shell, but, outside of it. The irregular shapes and the dyed, this red and this gold and this green. Yeah. Screams Christmas to me. It is July. Come on now. Christmas in July? You betcha. I'm all about that. Okay, so that certainly in the running. We have this one. This is a very cool piece with all, and I'm surprised you know, that these longer ones haven't busted off. I mean, seriously. I mean, did you see that box? Look at that box. And it's amazing that this actually managed to make it. I mean, you gotta love it. Dyed shell. Look at how gorgeous this is with these findings and the little glass beads here at the end. They've got great iridescence. I mean, that is gorgeous. These, I think, look like, you know, they look like sea glass. So they're frosted glass beads. Great color. Who wouldn't love that? And here we're seeing orange again. We're seeing a lot of definitely the orange. Okay, I don't know what happened here, but these shells have that chevron, you know, so they interlock together. So we have the great color again. And then I don't know if this is just the pendant, if something like a big glass piece or big metallic piece was on here, because it does look like there's rubbing right here. So I think this is actually missing something. But I think these would be great donor pieces for that. Okay, and then we have this one. This is also a big, chunky, kind of boho-y, industrial kind of look to it. Multi-strand, heavy, really, really heavy. In the bottom of the box, I have to show you these before I totally forget. So clearly something broke, or they just chucked them in there, I don't know. But this great amount of different size chips of the tiger's eye were in there. Some real pearls. And then this strand, which I think they probably just bought them this way, of, you know, these little cubes. And I think this might be pre-night. You know, it kind of has that look. So we had all of this. So that was a really nice little find. I have to show you this. This is artisan made. Let me tell you, hefty. So this is a pin that somebody made a shadow box, and it looks like it's copper, and it's kind of crudely welded. I mean, that is beyond artisan right there. We had this leaf necklace, multi-strand, you know, just fashion in the gold, kind of muted gold tone. So we had that. This is beautiful tiger's eye and amber color and champagne color beads. Those are gorgeous. Look at this composition. Love that. Okay, definitely in the running is this really, really super long single strand glass and mother of pearl bead necklace. There's some beautiful wire wrapping and this great green color. You know, there isn't anything about this necklace I don't love. It is fabulous and it just pops. You know, but it's not overly heavy that you would really be bothered by that much glass. It's just gorgeous. Okay, here's more of a fashion piece. These are plastic, but with a great medallion, you know, that would be a nice, an everyday, all day, you know, to the office kind of deal that it wouldn't bother you, or to a summer series concert, that would be nice too. Okay, this one is a little weightier. This one is definitely a little more upscale. Has the muted gold tone, kind of like that gold wash look, and looks like these are supposed to be turquoise, and they're embedded in these 4 ball stations. It's a nice piece. It's got enough pop, but not so much that if, you know, you're shy on color, that I think it would deter you from wearing it. Okay, this one, these are pieces of shell, you know, that have the outside and the inside, and they're polished, and they have these great multitude color here of all these little seed beads that are running through the piece. It is just funky. It's fun. I love it. It's really smooth. You think it would be, you know, pokey, but it's not. It's really, really nice. Okay, this one does not scream boho to me, but it screams fun. These are little knots and all of these little black, a little bit larger than seed beads. And that's kind of fun with, you know, with this kind of brass color. You know, it's not, you know, it's not overly heavy. Again, this would be great to wear. So we have that one. Okay, wouldn't be complete without some shell and some hematite. I don't know off the hand what the name of these shells are, but they're gorgeous. We've got the wood beads. I mean, this is just, you know, this is definitely boho. Definitely. Okay, this was in one of the chats today, in fact, in just a different color. You know, basically it was, what is this thing? So we have this, and we have two uber long strands of these beads. And people were asking, what can you do with it? Well, I think you could make this be like a bolo style necklace. I think you could wear this as the actual pendant part and then tie it in the back. Or it's long enough, if you are definitely have a smaller waist like Miss does, you could actually use this as a belt. So I think this is multi-function, multi-cool, and the colors on this, to die for. To die for. Okay, let me show you. I did forget about these earrings that were tucked in under some of those larger pieces. So we had these like hammered looking ones with the wooden bead and the colored, the dyed shell, colored green. And then these two, kind of that bronze brass look to them. They're not as heavy. So that is really cool. And then let me grab these. Hold on. Okay, there are 7. 2, 4, yeah, there's 7 of them. No, there's 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so these are uber long necklaces. And they each feature 4 of these big black and white glass beads, and then the multi-strands of the different color beads. So I ended up with 2, or actually 3 of the orange. And look at all these colors, and let me show you. These go on for days. So let's kind of put them this way and this way. That is a lot of weight. Actually, a lot of this box were in these 8 chains between all of the strands of these glass seed beads and these bigger beads. This actually took up quite a bit of the weight. Okay, one of my favorite pieces, certainly, I had quite a few, but this is one of them. These are ceramic, and they have these colored beads that look almost like peacock feathers. And it is marked 925 on the clasp. These are very dainty little glass beads. Beautiful color, that in color, also marked 925. These great sassy green, look at these green shells, and then the little tiny, you know, I don't know if those are Swarovski, but that has some pop and color right there. That is also marked 925. And then we had these two. So this was like an inlaid shell piece, and this is some form of design. So it has this side, picture on this side, and then this design. And then this is the inlaid necklace. And these seem to be a little stretched out. They are on wire. And this says 925, and this is another one of those trumpet clasps. I had trouble getting it open last time. Anyway, it is marked 925. I did have, there it goes. You know, here's this one. And when you start looking at these beads, I mean, you kind of discount them really quick. Like, oh, yeah, they're little, whatever. I'm not entirely sure these are not actual turquoise. They don't have any white in them. You can look in between the beads, look inside the beads. You know, color goes through. It has this little black veining that is not consistent. So I don't know. And with this on, you know, on metal, with the 925. So this I might actually take to the jeweler to take a look at. And the last piece that we have, the last 2 pieces, let me show you. Okay, this is creme de la creme. You know, these are heavy. These are cool to the touch. These feel so good. We have that one. And we have this super, super, super long necklace. So, what I'm not positive about these malachite pieces are if they are actual malachite, because they are heavier, they're just heavy as all get out, or if they aren't coated, you know, like over glass, and they're meant to look like this. So these I'm going to have to, because, you know, I film right after we get this box open and lay it all out, so I really don't have a whole lot of opportunity to look at these. So I'm going to have to look at them closer, but if these happen to be actual malachite, that's a lot of carat weight we're looking at right here. And even if they aren't, for design, this is fabulous. This is a beautiful color, graduated, long, large, and in charge, in your face. Here I am. Great statement to be wearing. All right, guys, that is this boho box. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I think this is definitely boho, way more boho than the last box was. And the next box is, I think it's about 15 pounds. I'm going to have to make sure. But the next box is coming up very, very shortly. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. Get your mammograms done. Self-check every month. See your doctor when it's time. Okay? Thank you so, so much. Appreciate it. Until next time, take care. We'll see you soon.